Over the past 2 days, I've collected some data as far as question asking goes and educating and learning most importantly. So are you familiar with the term microaggression?
Yes.
Okay. I'm asking an Asian American to teach them words in their native language, or saying something like, oh, do you speak Asian? How do you say my name in Asian? Or how do you say my name in Chinese? Or asking someone who doesn't look like you where they're from, assuming that just because they look different than you, they can't be from the same place, can be offensive to that person. Looking back on your life, can you think of a time where you might have said something that may be perceived as discriminatory by someone else?
I feel like I've personally, growing up in a very diverse family, and just surrounded by a lot of different types of people, I've been very conscious and aware of how I say things to people.
Like, people won't know that it makes me mad when people praise Allah, unless I said it, because oftentimes I'm kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not how I feel. That's not how I feel at all.
If somebody's colored or not. You don't.
Of color.
Of color.
Yeah.
Can you not say colored?
No.
Is that offensive?
Yeah.
Oh, really? See, I don't know. See, I don't know that.
That
Okay.
was perfect.
Shut up! I say I don't know. We're not taught that. We're just taught what to do about it.
Yeah, a lot of people say stuff like that. It's person of color, people of color, and then there was another term
So
that I
if
heard.
you say someone that's colored, that's offensive.
Yeah, colored is what people used to write on signs when there was segregation.
Oh, okay.
You know, coloreds only, whites only, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I used to assume that Asians were really good at math, so I once asked this kid in my math class to tutor me in math, and as it turns out, he was doing worse in math than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it's not good, but I mean, it happens.
Okay.
I mean, whenever I see a Chinese person or Japanese person, whatever, I just automatically assume they're from China.
You assume so?
Yeah.
That they're from China?
And that's, it's not, it's my fault because, I'm not familiar with the different regions or Chinese places where people can look at that, look like that, such as Japan or that guy who comes and speak from
Cambodia.
Yeah, Cambodia, all those places. So, I mean, that's kind of lack of knowledge on my part.
So I judged by his appearance. After I asked many, really, I don't know if I don't remember, but he finally said his mother's white and his father is black people, so black, so she's biracial.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so and I kind of oh,
Sure.
but it's awkward. It's totally awkward.
But my friend, she was like, just because you're Puerto Rican, I'm gonna see you 20 years from now. You're gonna have 6 kids, and you're gonna be working as a housemaid
Yeah.
thing. I'm like,
Oh my
excuse me.
God.
That is
What if I decide to be something higher?
And people come to you, they're like, oh, I didn't know, you haven't really talked about your religion that much. I'm like, I don't really talk about it. Because I think, for a long time I didn't want to be Muslim, and now I do. Now I like it. But for a long time I thought, I was like, oh, I just want to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have to change because everybody else is the same. I don't know.
Comments oh, you're not ghetto, or oh, you don't, you're not loud, or oh, you're so pretty for being half black, or oh, your hair is so pretty, it's not nappy, and all those kind of little comments that are extremely offensive to me. What are you? Where are you? And taking away me as a person and just wanting to be able to classify me into a certain group, or kind of label me as black or white or any type of race. So that's just offensive. The first thing people ask are, what are you, and not your name.
She asked me one time if I was gay. I was like, no, I'm not gay. I was like, why would you think I'm gay?
Yeah.
It's every time I see you, you're wearing basketball clothes. I'm like, I'm coming from practice. Sometimes I wonder if people think I'm gay because I play basketball, or if I look gay because I'm walking outside, sweatpants and stuff like that. Not all basketball players are gay. It's a stereotype.
Yeah.
Especially the WBA. That was just a shocker.
I'm sure
With
Puerto
another
Rican people are
slur.
probably called the N-word.
We are called mulattoes.
Mulatto.
Yeah, and see, I've been called that before, and that goes back to slavery too, because when you're mixed between, yeah, because you're a mutt, right?
Yeah.
And I remember being called that, and I was like, my mom like freaked out because she was with me. It was at like Forever 21.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, are you mulatto?" And my mom was like, I don't remember what my mom was upset though, and she was like, "Please do not, use that word to describe my daughter. She." Just that's extremely offensive. That's racist. That's from slavery. And the lady's like, "It's okay though. I have a mulatto child." And my mom's like, just put the clothes back, and she left. She couldn't. Like, that's awful.
When you ask me questions like these, what comes to my mind is that if I was a person of color, I would be answering these questions a lot differently. But I have the privilege to not have to say, "Oh yeah, when they see my skin color, they assume that I am a bad person."
Have you ever said anything to the people who are using the N-word so carelessly?
If that's what they want to do, I try not to interfere. It makes me uncomfortable because I was raised thinking that that was a bad word, and when people throw it around, it just kind of like catches me off guard. And I would never say it because I would be offended if someone called me cracker.
My Caucasian friends here would say the N-word to me in like a normal conversation and think that it's okay, and like the word doesn't have any meaning or it's not derogatory in any type of way, because everyone uses it. Black people use it all the time to say like homie and all this other stuff, so they think it's okay to say it to black people too, I guess. But it does make me feel offended still. I don't like it when they say it to me, or anyone really.
I don't get offended because I feel like if we use it in rap songs or we use it casually, I feel like we can't get offended when somebody else uses it.
Where did black come from in generalizing African Americans? Because I know as society use black, the word black, it's a bad word, when referring to like white, whatever, black is used for witchcraft or, black witches, everything, referred to black is so bad. So and when I look at African Americans, I don't see black, I see brown. So I was wondering where did the word black come from in referring to African Americans. So can it, for argument's sake, can it be said that being called black is just as bad as being called nigger